Hello, everybody. We are going to be learning about a kind of music from another part of the world. Now, I'm not going to tell you where this part of the world is just yet. I want to play a recording for you and see if you can guess where this music is from. So, this picture might help you out, this map, but let's take a listen and see if we can guess just from the recording. Here it comes. What do you hear? All right. Do you have any guesses? So with your guess, what makes you think it's from that part of the world? Were there certain things that you heard that made you think that? Let's see where it's really from. It's from Australia. So this map is a map of just part of the world, and this is where Australia is. Okay, now this is more zoomed in on Australia, so you can see the shape of this country. All right, now we are going to learn about some tribal music from Australia. But before we do that, I want to talk with you about how we refer to this music. So we will say this is tribal music, and we're going to call the people who are native to Australia. We could call them natives or Aborigines, which just means people who are originally from that land. But not all people who are originally from their land like to be referred to as native, or maybe they don't want their music referred to as tribal music, or maybe they don't want to be called tribal people. So it's very important that you understand how certain people groups wish to be referred to and spoken to. They might want to be called just maybe native or indigenous. Being indigenous means those people are native to their land, they're originally from there. And it's just important to know how those people like to be referred to. So we will be calling these people Aborigines or natives, and they are okay with us calling their music tribal music. All right, so these are the Aborigines from Australia. Now you'll see they have some cultural paint that they were using on their bodies. Now these have special meanings to them depending on the kind of ceremony or celebration that they are participating in. This instrument right here, you just heard, we'll learn more about that in a moment. Just wanted you to get a glimpse into what these people look like that we are learning about. They are from Australia, and they will travel across the land to hunt and fish and gather food for survival. They are considered to live a semi-nomadic lifestyle, which means that they're constantly on the move, but sometimes they do set up camp somewhere or set up their homes for a small period of time. So they have these clans which move around, they migrate around the land depending on what their people need. The ceremonies that they have where they celebrate with music, or maybe it's not a celebration, maybe it's more of a mourning, a sadness, they're very important to the Aborigines of Australia. And during these times, they'll sing and they dance. They're both important. And in each group, each clan of Aborigines, they have one person who is called the songman. Now, this person's job is to create songs and dances that are passed down from generation to generation. And no one is allowed to sing the songman's music or perform his dances unless they have permission. So the instruments used in these songs and dances, the two instruments we'll learn about today are clapsticks and didgeridoos. So here are clapsticks, and they look similar to rhythm sticks you might have used in your elementary music class, and they're held in the hands and clapped together. Now, depending on which part of the sticks touch, it can give a different sound. And this instrument on the right is called a didgeridoo. You can see it spelled a few different ways. It's held up to the mouth, usually on a mouthpiece that is made out of different types of material, and it's hollowed out. usually either a bamboo or eucalyptus tube that's been hollowed out actually by termites. And the person who plays the didgeridoo is actually called a puller, and the puller will blow air through that here with their lips, and the sound comes out the end. This is really a similar concept to the instruments we play. So the didgeridoo, only one note can be played, but pullers who are very experienced actually can get two kinds of notes. However, they can play many different rhythms on these one or two notes, which is what we heard in that recording at the beginning of this lesson. The cave paintings that we found of didgeridoos are at least 1,500 years old, so we know that this instrument has been around for a long time. So to play this instrument, the didgeridoo, the puller will sit on the floor with this curved part, the bell, across from them also on the floor. Now, if they do need to stand up to play the instrument, someone else will hold the end, or they can have it propped up on something. So the puller will play the didgeridoo, and the songman usually plays the clapsticks and sings. And then people can dance and sing along with them. They might also refer to the clapsticks as rhythm sticks, which is helpful because that is how we know an instrument similar. So here is a video of clapsticks so you can understand how they sound. One moment.
Clapsticks.
So you can see right here, they have the hand held hollow to allow the acoustics in the hand, the sound, to kind of reverberate through the back of the hand, leave an open space for the sound. It would give a very different sound if they gripped onto the clapstick tightly. All right, now we will learn about the didgeridoo. Maybe. So you can hear the same note being played, many different rhythms. Hear the clapsticks in the back. Now they're working together. So this person is called a puller. Listen a little bit farther into the video. All right. And last but not least, this is from Queensland, Australia. Now, this is a ceremonial dance. You can see the puller in the background playing the didgeridoo, seated with the bell on the ground. You hear the clapsticks being played by the songman.
Tigri. Welcome.
So you can hear the rhythm of the didgeridoo. The puller is staying on one note, but that rhythm is working along with the rhythms of the clapsticks, and they're producing this music for the ceremonial dance. So I hope you've enjoyed being exposed to this new culture from the Aborigines from Australia and how they focus on these two main instruments to portray a lot of emotions and celebrations within their culture.